Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast. It's Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That means it's time for the new and experienced investor podcast. We are the podcast that brings real estate investors from all walks of life together. I'm one of your hosts. I'm the new guy, Alex Barnett.
And my name is Joe Holmes, and I am the experienced guy.
Yeah. Your experience has been coming in handy this whole
Lately,
last week.
yes, it has. It has.
He's been putting out...
I mean, I leave for a week and the world falls apart.
Yes.
You know?
It was scary. It was scary, but then he came back and now we're on track. So maybe we can talk a little bit about that today. But
okay.
We do have a guest in studio. We're super happy about it. We have Natalie Kachtanova here. She's going to talk about out-of-state investing as well as what it's like being a Southern California realtor. We're going to bring her in just 1 second. But first, let's talk about the meetup that we have coming up April 22nd, Hangar 24.
That's all I know about it.
Perfect.
You were setting up the speakers, so I don't know anything about it other than April 24th.
April 22nd.
Oh, 22nd. Hangar 24.
Yeah. Yeah. So the guest that we're bringing in is actually, it's a group. They're from Sub 2 Mentorship. That's how I know them. But their whole focus is on creative finance. So pretty much all their deals are creative finance. And they do a lot of wholesaling.
Okay.
They take some acquisitions. They keep some acquisitions for themselves. But they get really into the weeds with it. And I think it'd be kind of a cool discussion and talk about how they've helped out some sellers in some sticky situations and how they've, I guess, turned like a really weird situation with sellers into a profitable one. So could be good for everybody. So
nice. That's good.
Yeah. And then this last month we had Burton from PropStream, and that was a huge success. I had a lot of people said they really enjoyed it, and they're looking forward to, pulling some of those lists and reaching out to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't forget my my link. That'll get you $2 off.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I have a URL for it, but I forget what it is. But we'll put it in the description.
We'll find out.
We'll put it in the description so you can get some money off of that. But let's go ahead and bring it over to our guest, Natalie Kachtanova. How you doing? Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi everybody. So I need to share my experience investing with Florida. Right?
Why don't you introduce yourself?
Oh.
Obviously, there's an accent there, and I don't know if I've ever asked you, but where's that from? And when you came to this country, I'm assuming you weren't born here, so you came here from your country of origin. And when you got started in real estate?
I was born in Russia, and we came to America 27 years ago. I don't know why everybody keeps saying I have an accent, but
I can't even tell.
Yeah, I'm in real estate for 10 years. We started with big company like Coldwell Banker, Home Smart, but they charged so much, so I turned over with Joe, and I like it a lot because there's many youngsters that give me power, energy, and new ideas. So about my investment, right? So I sold my house, divorced 3 years ago, and cash was burning in my pocket. So I was trying to buy here somewhere in California 3 years ago, and the market was crazy, still crazy. So my friend had investment in Florida, so I just wrote an offer. Never seen the property on Zillow, on the pictures. I wrote an offer. They accepted my offer. I flew to Florida, and location was terrible. So I canceled that offer, and I have 5 days to find another property. I found it. It used to be Airbnb also, so they sold me the house with the furniture, with client, list of the client, with cleaning lady, and how do you call it? The guy who is fixing all the stuff, so in one pocket. So, and I'm still doing this Airbnb for almost 3 years. Market in Florida totally different than here. There's a lot of inventory and prices for $300, $350 you can buy 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, single family home. and rent it out, almost like 1% rule working there. So for 3,000, you can rent it out. What else should I say? Yeah, and I'm because like last 6 months the market was slow, so I passed the realtor exam for Florida, and I passed the mortgage loan originator for Florida and for California. So I want to do like double dip for both states. Yeah, if somebody is looking to buy in Florida, you're welcome. I'll show you. You can stay at my house in Florida. I'll show you around. Yeah, it's some good areas, some bad areas. Some have like public utilities, public water. Some have septics. So it's different. Yeah, I learned a lot about the Florida market, like Sarasota, particularly Sarasota.
I'm looking for a property in Florida.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we can stay at your furnished Airbnb there, huh?
Please, yeah. Yeah, I give you a discount, yeah.
Oh, a discount.
All right. So you
okay.
said it's in Sarasota?
Sarasota. Yeah, I was thinking between Sarasota and Miami. I was a little bit scared about Miami because it's huge HOA fees.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was. Sarasota, no HOA. So.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. And that's kind of cool that you just, you went sight unseen on the first property. Then that's good that you at least went out there and you were like, okay, this place is scary, and then pivoted to an actual business. So you essentially bought a business, and you've been running it how it's been like for the last 3 years.
Yeah, almost 3 years.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
Yeah, I'm thinking to build like a pool and ADU there because the backyard is huge. Lot is huge there.
Wow. And is there a lot of competition in Sarasota itself?
I'm itching right now to buy something else, but my lender said, no, wait, it's going to be a lot of inventory, so you can go anytime. Like, no rush.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's good.
That's what I hear in Florida, that the market is going down. Is that correct? Or?
A lot of homes for sale.
Really? Okay. And I hear mostly it's like condominiums that are for sale. And then what about insurance? Do you have issues with insurance
You
over
need
there?
to watch if it's in a flood zone or not.
Okay.
Yeah. My house, the tree fell down on my roof, so but they didn't charge too much. They didn't increase insurance too much. It was like good. But you have to watch if it's a flood zone or not.
Yeah. And the tree fell down because
The hurricane.
hurricane. Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. So we deal with earthquakes here in California, and you deal with hurricanes
Hurricane in
over
Florida,
there.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
How long did that, stop the Airbnb? How long did that take until you got back up and running with the tree on the roof?
Maybe 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, I locked one room, the one that was a hall. So I told them instead of 3-bedroom, now it's 2-bedroom.
There you go. Okay. Yeah. That's cool. And so how was it stepping into the short-term rental, game without, I guess, owning any before that? Was it hard, or you had a property manager, everything was already set up?
Neighbor, very good neighbor. He's watching whoever is showing up. What you doing here?
Okay.
Yeah, and if they don't mention my name, like, okay, get out of here. And he has a huge dog.
There you go.
That's the type of neighbor to have.
That's a really good neighbor.
Yeah.
How'd you make that connection?
Oh, I don't know, just being sweet, probably just came out. Oh, that's my new neighbors. Yeah.
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 She's very sweet.
She is very sweet. I can
very
tell.
sweet.
Okay. I love that. Do you mind like sharing some of the numbers? I guess like kind of what you get on a monthly basis, and I'm assuming it's seasonal, or how does that work as far as the Florida market?
Right now on Airbnb, I charge $185 per night. Yeah, but I'm paying for everything like utilities, internet, all the stuff, cleaning.
Right. Okay.
And maintenance.
Is it cash flowing at least a little bit right now?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Because I got interest rate was terrible, like 7% 3 years ago. Because yeah, it's not primary resident, it's investment. All
Sure.
Stuff. But still, yeah, it's some positive.
Oh, that's good.
I'm learning a lot, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if it's at least breaking even, then and you're learning how to run that seems like a win for sure. And then if rates come down, then you know you're going to cash flow after that.
Yeah, I can refinance. Now I'm thinking maybe for long term, so it's less stress, less whatever. Just rent it out for a year or two, and that's it.
Right. Okay. Excellent. And are you going to stay in the Sarasota area, or have you looked at any other markets?
I'm looking Miami very
Okay.
closely, but Miami, the price go up so especially like on the high rises with ocean view,
Yeah.
price go very, very high.
Yeah, that seems like one of those, markets kind of like LA or New York or something. Do you
Yeah.
think Miami?
Why Florida?
I don't know, because my friend has an experience and he shared, and I never been there. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah.
So when you came to this country, you said 20 some odd years ago, where did you first live?
In Canada.
Okay. This
Canada,
country
then
is not Canada.
Yeah, Michigan and New York.
Okay. Wow. How was Michigan?
That's the only company that were able to do the green card for us.
Oh, I see. Okay. But how was it living in Michigan?
Oh, terrible.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And New York? Not
Just
any better?
6 months. We couldn't handle more than 6 months.
Yeah. And then, so what brought you out to California?
Oh, that's my ex dream to live in California.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'm still looking for my dream where to live. So maybe it's Florida. I don't know. I'm still looking.
Okay. Got it.
Nice. And so what got you into real estate in the first place?
I was raising my kids until they growing a little bit. I had choice to do the childcare stuff or real estate. So I chose this one.
Nice.
Pretty happy with that. Yeah, because I need like free time to drive kids to school and activities, all the stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
So being a real estate agent gave you that free time
Oh my
that you
goodness,
needed.
yeah.
Okay. That's good choice. Yeah. And so now tell me about your clientele. Do you like dealing with maybe the Russian people, or do you deal with everybody?
I deal with everybody right now. A lot of Persian people for some reason.
Okay.
I attract a lot. Yeah, and I'm even started to learn Persian. Durud Bar Shoma, for example. They look at me like they don't trust. As soon as I said Durud Bar Shoma, they're my friends.
Wow. What does that mean?
It's like, hi, how are you? Very, very old Persian language. Younger don't know that.
Oh, I just know hola.
Yeah, that's not Persian.
It's not Persian.
No, it's Spanish. But we are in California. And Florida is not much different. There's lots of Cubans there, Puerto Ricans,
You can get by with some
Spanish speakers.
Yeah, Spanish.
You've
is
never
easy.
learned Spanish.
I was trying to. Yeah, I can learn. No problem. I like to learn. Yeah.
Okay.
I pass a lot of tests like mortgage loan originator, insurance, all this stuff. I like to learn and get new knowledge. Yeah.
That's good. You should be a lifelong learner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody should.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Never stop learning.
Keep your brain sharp. Now, you mentioned the insurance in Florida, and we're kind of having a similar situation out here where insurance companies were just leaving, right? Or is that sort of the same thing happening in Florida, or what was going on?
They just watching if your windows some kind of protected from the whatever so many miles per hour wind. That's the big point for them. And how old is the roof? That's what they're looking for. And if it's in a flood zone or not. The rest is okay.
Oh, really? Okay. So you can still get insurance there. No problem. Okay. Yeah. Is it, because I do some wholesaling out there. Is it if the roof is older than 10 years, you have to get it replaced, or what?
No.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to. No.
Okay. Gotcha. And in order to list it on the market, does the roof have to be a certain age or anything like that?
You can tell, and it's very huge difference between California and Florida, that in Florida you have no contingency period. As soon as you sign contract, you're done. If you cash, you never change your mind. Only if you have a good lender who's your friend, who can say, okay, he's not approved if you change your mind. It's very, very, dangerous. Like, don't be cash buyer in
Do
Florida.
they give you all the disclosures to begin with?
Yeah.
Okay. So because I know in Northern California, that's the way they do it.
They do up
They
front.
put all the disclosures and everything online, do it everything up front, so that at least you can look at that to see if you even want the place or not.
Yeah.
So it sounds like Florida's pretty similar. Okay. But once you put your money in escrow, it sounds like that's it. Either do
Unless
the
you
deal
say-
or lose the money, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much How much do they usually want you to put down for the initial deposit?
Like 5,000, 10,000, not much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not much. Here, listen to that.
Yeah,
Not much. That's
like
a lot of money for
that.
some people.
Ooh,
Not
okay.
her. She's got money burning in her pocket. She
That's a
said.
good problem to have.
Yes.
Yeah, you got people saying like, "Oh, hold on a second. Wait a second. Wait till the prices come down." But, one thing I love
That's
is
just like, man, over 40 years, that's all I've heard is wait till the prices come down.
Right.
And then, they never do. And I have people call me back and, Joe, I should have listened to you. I should have invested 3 or 4 years ago. And look where we're at now. I go, I told you. I mean, what are you going to do? It's honestly like right now, I think interest rates will hopefully get down to 6%. But the minute they do, it's going to go crazy. Prices are going to go right back up again because everybody's going to go out there and, start bidding on properties, maybe even in Florida. I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah, in California, I have a lot of clients who's waiting for 3-4 years. I don't know what they waiting for.
There's no reason to be waiting, because, you can wait. The interest rate's down at 6%, but now the price of the home has gone up, 7 or 8%.
Right.
So what good did that do?
Yeah. No, exactly. And that's what I love is like you had the money, you had the cash, you're like, I'm going to do this. And so you just basically put it in an offer sight unseen. But, you realized, okay, maybe this isn't the best one, but that didn't deter you. And you bought another place and you're like, I'll figure it out. Mm-hmm. So what do you say to people that are they're just scared? They're like buying something out of state just freaks people out.
It depends on the state, probably. I'm thinking like I would buy where I don't mind to live myself. Probably I wouldn't buy it in Detroit because I live there. I don't want to live there anymore. But Florida, I came there and I like it. So if something happened, at least I have place to live. So just if you have money, just buy real estate. You couldn't do wrong with real estate. Sooner or later, it will appreciate. Right?
Yeah.
Don't be scared and learn on the way.
Sooner or later.
Got to figure it out. Yeah. That's great. And then now you have a, cash flowing asset. So describe, how much of a difference is it being an agent here versus being an agent there?
I just got my license in Florida. I've never been an agent, but at least I know what to do. It's such a fun, just drive on the street. In each block, you have 1 or 2 abandoned houses, like totally. And you can find people who live there, and I want to go there and farm. It's going to be much easier than here. You knock at the door in California, and they, no, we're not selling. No, we're not selling. But in Florida, it's so many homes that could be easy, like for sale, or they don't know they're going to sell, but if you show them the money, they will sell it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
and I know that Governor DeSantis just passed a law, the legislator, he signed it, about squatters, because he saw what is happening in New York and here in California as well. So he just passed a new squatters law that basically gives the police the right to go in and remove squatters. Have you ever dealt with anything like that? Like your Airbnb? Like, have you ever
say that.
Yeah. Have you ever had somebody that said, yeah, I'm not moving? No?
No.
Okay. Yeah, we'll find some wood. Here, so some wood right here you can knock on. Okay. Have you ever dealt with any of that stuff? I mean, I have. We've dealt with that. We've dealt with evictions and stuff like that. It's not an easy thing to do, but I was just curious if over your career you've done any of that. You've dealt with
for
any
myself,
of that.
No. My friends who's a realtor and broker, they did, and I know the best guy who can evict people.
Okay.
His name is Steve, right? Everybody knows him.
Yes.
So he can evict them. But myself, no, I never deal with that.
Okay. Hopefully you'll never have to. Yeah.
I think it's usually like
But Alex likes doing it.
I love squatters.
He loves squatters.
I just love them. They're the best.
He likes to film it, It's like, yeah.
It's usually like vacant houses, like you said, which, Florida has quite a few, I guess. So then they find those, and then once they're in, then that's the trouble. But what's crazy is now people are like putting up blogs or putting up videos on how to actually get around the squatter rights and how to evoke squatters' rights.
Yeah.
And so they'll go in, they'll find a house that is vacant even for a little bit, change the locks, put the utilities in their name, and do all that kind of stuff. So, depending on what state, but luckily DeSantis saw the problem with that. But like Illinois, Chicago area, it's like they have like a 9-month eviction process, whether you live there or not. New York's pretty bad.
New York's like 10 years. They say.
Yeah. Well, and
It's crazy.
Yeah, and I saw a video. I think it's gone viral recently where a lady was trying to get the squatter out, and then the cops came and arrested her.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is nuts. But
Yeah.
people are kind of taking the problem back into their own hands, which is nice. So there's been these groups that are popping up that can help you get rid of the squatters. They basically like move in and then squatter the squatter.
Squatter the squatter. Yes.
So they'll move in and they're like, we're going to film everything.
Yeah, I saw that the other day. Yes. Yeah, we're here. We've given you 24-hour notice. We were sent here by the owner. And so we're here to give you 24-hour notice for inspection tomorrow. And then they show up the next day and, okay, we're here. You have to let us in. And I saw one where they literally kicked the back door in, and then all the squatters that were in there basically started to leave. And so once they left, they started moving all their stuff out onto the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, because the cops show up and they're like, well, this is a civil matter.
Right.
So
Right. They're not going to do anything, which is, kudos to DeSantis that he sees all this stuff happening, and government should step in that situation, instead of letting private individuals do it. And somebody's going to get hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So kudos to him.
Yeah. And it seems like, he's kind of because it's a red state, it's like he's kind of more for the, I guess, property owner than the other person. I don't know. Yeah. But so talk about your experience being a Southern California agent. What is that like?
I don't know. I don't have experience like to compare with something else. That's where I started from Coldwell Banker, and I ended up with Joe, and I'm still learning every day. I try to learn every day something new. Yeah, and I love it. I love what I do. Yeah.
You have a deal going on right now, correct?
Yeah, I'm closing escrow in Irvine. Yeah.
Okay, and how did you end up with that deal? Talk us through how you met the client, and what's the process and all that about.
Yeah, I just hold open house for somebody, totally different agent who has no time to hold open house, his own open house. So I hold it for one weekend, and this guy came looking for he's downsizing, sold his house, big house, and looking for something smaller. That's how. So I show him a few homes and wrote an offer, and here you are.
So you didn't sell him the home, you were doing the open house.
No.
Okay, but you ended up acquiring a buyer because of the open house, which is awesome. It's a good way to do it.
That's very easy to acquire new people. New clients.
Yeah. Good. And I think that's the thing about real estate agents. You have to be out there doing something. If you're not out there, front facing, doing open houses, cold calling. I know you do door knocking as well.
I love door knocking, yeah.
Yeah. I don't recommend, but that's because I'm old and I don't like seeing women knocking on doors. And I think I've told you, don't go in. You make an appointment and maybe come back with somebody else with you. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking of your safety.
I just knocked. And,
okay, good, good. Yeah. But yeah, I know you've told me all these things, that you're door knocking and all that stuff. And that's awesome. You have to, when you're a real estate agent, you have to go out and do these things, because you're not doing these things. You're literally just sitting at home doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've seen you at the OCAR events.
All events, yeah.
Yeah. Learning, having the free food.
That's why Joe's there. That's why you see Joe there.
I saw you at the last one. The one we just had, was it Monday?
On Monday, right?
Yeah, Monday. Well, I saw you. Didn't you see me?
I saw you. You were sitting with the guy like next row, but you never looked at me. So.
Oh, I looked at you.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
Head nod.
I looked at you. I saw you. Yeah. I thought you saw me and, you were going to come over, but you didn't, because you probably have better friends than me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see? Yeah. You sat with your better friends.
Yeah, cool.
Did you like the lunch?
Yeah.
It's a
There you go.
box lunch. Come on. Like
fine.
when I first started, we literally used to go to a golf course, restaurant and have a sit down served meal. And now we're
Those
at
days are gone.
box lunches. Like,
Yeah.
what's next? They're
Just
gonna
a bag of chips.
Throw some McDonald's at us or something.
Oh, that would be expensive. No,
You know?
Well, bag of chips from Costco.
Oh, there you go. Bag of chips. It's like, we were there for a long time. We were there for, 2 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gav
about 2 hours.
Hutchinson and
Yeah.
after that Stephen
Did you get
Thomas,
some
yeah.
good information from?
yeah.
I think I did too as well. It was just amazing. And so, what do you think about the NAR decision and what's going to happen with that? What? Get your crystal ball out and tell us what you think is going to happen in the future.
Okay, many real estate agents are going to quit, which is very good for us.
I like that.
Yeah, no, it's just true.
Yeah,
That's
whoever is
true.
working like a part-time or as a hobby, they're not going to stuck in here. So that's very good. So, and we need to work on our bio, like tell us about why the clients want to choose us, and they will understand that if they want to work, you're going to work for them. That's very good. We're going to end it up anywhere there. But in Florida, you cannot double end. But here, probably it should be the same rule.
They won't let you double end
On
over
Florida,
there?
no.
Really? Wow. Yeah, I think what's going to happen is very similar to what you just said. And I think at the beginning, you're going to have buyer's agents just go directly to the listing agents and go from there. Now, is the listing agent going to get 2 commissions out of that deal? Or the seller's going to say, yeah, I'm paying you 1. Why would I pay you more? Well, I'm doing double the work. Well, no, you're kind of really doing the work for both of us. So we'll see. I think that's going to be the progression. And then if the market changes or, we're in a seller's market now. If it changes to a buyer's market, then I think buyer's agents will be okay because the sellers are going to have to say, I'm going to pay you a commission. It may not be advertised on the MLS, but if you want to sell your house, you're going to have to offer something to a buyer's agent. Yeah. So I think it's disruptive, but we'll go through that process and end up better agents and people at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I saw, I think Jerry Norton put out a video today where he was talking about he would use the double dip to get on market wholesale deals and flips. So he would have that listing agent represent himself, and then so he was just basically saying like he would offer an extra fee to the agent so they could still kind of double dip.
Well, we kind of do that already, commissions are the lifeblood of any real estate agent.
Yeah.
And if I had a listing and you came to me and said, would you represent me? I'd say absolutely, I'd represent you. So would that give you a better chance of getting a deal? Yeah, absolutely.
Probably.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you sweeten the deal with a little.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I think like I said, I think you'll see a lot more of that, coming to fruition after they say July, but who knows what's going on?
Yeah, it's probably gonna get pushed out.
Yeah, who knows?
But yeah, I think you're right. Like it's gonna cause people to not want to do it, which means more opportunities for the people that stick around.
Yeah.
Do we have some guests? Lauren?
Some guests? Comments?
Comments?
We've got one. You know who it is. It's our resident regular, Liz.
Okay.
And she says, hi.
Hi.
Okay.
Hi, Liz.
Nice. We do have some videos that I'm gonna play, not of you, but I want to get your reaction.
Yeah, we took the videos in secret the other day.
Wait,
No,
Natalie.
I don't want to stress you out. No.
I think I remember, Natalie, weren't you putting in our agent WhatsApp that you knew an agent or had a client that was up to no good at some open houses and they were caught on a Ring camera? Was that you?
No.
No, okay. I thought that was someone
No,
else.
I don't even remember that one.
It was like when we first made the chat and I was getting a kick out of it, but I thought
Yeah.
that'd be a good story.
No.
but
No, I
someone
don't
else.
remember that one.
Okay, sorry.
What do you have to show us?
We got Grant Cardone up first. Here we go.
Buying a house, worst investment you'll ever make in your entire life. Let's say you paid $1 million to buy a house. Average house here is $576. $576 is what you paid. Now you need 12% for broker fees. Let's say you keep the house 10 years. You need 10% in maintenance fees. It's 1% a year in maintenance fees. It's about 2% in property taxes every year. That's 20%. 2 times 10 is 20. And it's probably 7% to the bank, so that's 70%. Total those up, it's 112%. A $576,000 home will have to be sold for $1.2 million in 10 years. You're not going to sell it for that. To break even, dead money, and you had to put $100,000 down to do this deal. They're serving a master. They'll borrow money from the Bank of America, and then if they can get some more money, they'll have a little retirement account that funds Wall Street. This is a big game, bro. Rather than buying one house, rent where you live, and take that $100,000 and go buy a piece of real estate where other people live. I just don't need to own a home on the way up. I need to own assets that pay me on the way up. And once I have enough cash flow from the assets, then if I want to go buy a house or a watch or a car, I buy it out of the passive income. Buying a house, worse.
He took a little while to get there, but what do you think about that?
What should I tell about it? I don't know if it's relative or not. Right now, very good program for it called debt equity, like people who own paid off houses, they want downside, but they don't want to sell the house. The lender will provide like up to 85% of this equity, and to buy them other home, so they can
Okay.
rent this out, the current house rented out, and to buy some smaller. I'm not sure about this one. I'm too stressed out. So Joe, help me.
No, well, I think the idea was what he's making. The click title is like buying a house is the worst investment you can make. Your primary residence. So I think he's saying rent where you live, and then go buy other pieces of real estate like your property out in Florida, and then once you have enough cash flow, then buy your primary residence.
It could be because I'm renting right now in California. I cannot afford to buy here. Even if I buy, it's the mortgage is going to be like $8,000. I couldn't do it. This no big reason for me. Yeah, for right now it could be when market change a little bit, maybe I can afford to buy in California. Or
Does he
What
buy,
are your thoughts?
Does he buy multifamily?
Oh yeah, he's in a bunch of
Okay.
schemes.
Yeah, I would say I think he's talking more about multifamily instead
Well,
of single family.
No, I think he's talking about single family too. He's basically saying it's the
you
rich dad.
You buy a primary residence because you have a family that needs to live someplace. Okay. And if you have a family that needs to live someplace, then why just not buy a primary residence that you could deduct the interest payment on? You can deduct your property taxes on.
Oh.
So there's a lot of benefits.
Sure.
I don't think he went over any of those benefits whatsoever.
Well, it doesn't make for a good clickbait.
Yeah. So I disagree with his premise.
Oh,
Yeah, but,
shots fired,
You know,
Grant.
he's like millionaire, and that's fine. You know, I just, if you have a family, you have to live someplace.
Yeah,
Why are you paying somebody else's mortgage off? Okay,
very good point.
I mean, I've got several properties that my tenants over the years have paid the mortgage off. I didn't
and that's
pay
what
anything.
he's saying.
You know,
He's saying go buy those first, and
Yeah.
then with that cash flow, you can buy. your
yeah,
own,
but you know, you've heard the expression "happy wife, happy life."
true.
Yeah, so my wife's not going to be happy living at my investments. Yeah, no way.
Yeah, she's not living in
You
Lake
know where-
Elsinore.
Yeah, you know where the investments are. Yeah, she's not going to be happy there. So
And
that's why I disagree. It's like,
Okay.
you know, owning your own house is, you know, the American dream anyway. So
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, there you go, Grant. Shove it. What do we got next?
Next up, why I'm investing in Florida real estate right now.
Hey, so can you tell me 3 things you love about Florida? Three things that I love about Florida, especially because we're new to the state, is number one, the migration that's coming into Florida. It's the number one migrating state in all of America. Number two, the weather. We're over 300 days of sun in a year, which is fantastic. Coming from Canada, this is huge for us because we wouldn't get any sun there. And number three is the business opportunities with all the immigration or the migrants coming into the town. That it's in the booming stages. So I definitely want to be here in the starting phase of this.
Hey, so can you?
Ooh, do you have any others you could add to that list?
Sarasota, it's like on the beach, Siesta Key Beach. It's the number one beach in the whole United States. The sand is so white. It's not yellow, not brown, just white. I never seen that white sand before.
Wow.
Yeah. Beach is amazing, especially for kids. It's not huge wave, not dangerous at all. You can stay in the water for hours. So warm, so quiet.
How do you know that? You've done that personally?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice.
She went swimming while she was there.
Of course. Yeah, I went, I visited my sister. She's in St. Augustine, and it was like, I don't know, 80, outside. And then you go, you're like, okay, I'm going to go cool off like over here. And you get in, it's like 80-degree water. I'm like, wait a minute, am I sweating in the ocean right now?
I think it was a lot hotter than 80 degrees.
Yeah.
It was August. So
Yeah, it was, but it's nice.
Very nice.
beautiful place.
That's very nice.
Very nice.
What do we got?
Okay, let's see. We got one more. When realtors should fire their clients.
This is when real estate agents should fire their clients. I recently had one of those challenging clients, and this is what I did. I took a listing here in Santa Leo Hills, and everything seemed to be good at first. I brought dozens of interested buyers to this client that were ready to close the deal. But the seller started changing their terms. They started changing their mind about everything. They continued to waste my time, even though I had already done the work. Most agents would continue fighting and butting heads with the client, but this just makes them more angry and cost you more time. So I politely told the client that this was not working out and that they should find a new agent. The next time you have a crazy client, remember that you are always in control. Share this with a realtor who's had a challenging client. This is when
No one's had a challenging client here.
Have you had challenging clients?
Sometimes when somebody contact me and they said, oh, you know what, I work with 1, 2, 5 realtors, they're so bad. That's a red flag for me. That means I'm the next bad one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's usually happened. Yeah, and also a friend of my realtor said, we just talked and said, oh, such a client, it's terrible. She's just wasting time for so long. What's her name? Such name. Oh, I know her. So she just contact all realtors. I think we should have like a website where the bad clients are, so everybody can check them.
blackballed.
Yeah.
Bad clients and a bad realtor website as well. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. We should.
Yeah.
I mean, they can rate us like on Google Business and Zillow and stuff.
Yeah,
we
you
should be able to rate
rate
them back.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Wow.
kind of like the rideshare thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, if
5 stars.
Yeah, but you can rate the passenger back
Yeah.
too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
you?
Threw up
I
in the
think
back
you
of the car.
Yeah,
That's a 1 star.
Was passed out the
Passed
entire
out.
time.
Stunk.
Yeah, only gave me $1.
Oh, man.
You know,
It's hard out there.
yeah. I agree. We should get that, but
Yeah.
I don't foresee that happening.
Yeah, and it stinks because, like if you're an agent and you're coming up and you're like, oh my gosh, this is my first client. Yes. But you don't realize you're about to go through like 6 months of hell with this person, So I
Yeah.
think it takes the maturity.
Yes, experienced agent to know when it's time to, let them loose and go bother somebody else.
Yeah, to go on escrow, it's like a little marriage, right? You meet person, you know everything about him, about the family. Then you go to escrow, and like whatever he demanding, whatever he's happy, not happy, and then you close escrow. Like, okay, we divorced. But after that, like if you're gonna deal with this client or not, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
You mean you don't follow up with your clients and give them gifts and
I do.
keep track of them?
Yeah, I say happy birthday.
Or do you divorce all of them?
But if you divorce, you doesn't have to be enemies, right? You can be good
Well,
friends.
most divorces are.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you could stay friends.
How many divorces you got?
Yeah.
I don't have any.
See,
Still
I
on
have
first
no
I
line.
talk
idea.
to a lot of women that are just angry at their exes.
No, you don't have to be.
I know you don't have to be, but that just seems to be the pattern, way it works out.
I think that's just the one
Yeah.
meetup you go to. It's like
What,
filled
the
with
divorce
like,
women's for real estate meetup?
Yeah. They're
I
pissed.
should start one because there's a lot of them out there.
Yeah.
And for some reason, they seem to continue to call me. I don't
Yeah.
know why.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Lay it all
I'm
out.
just a good listener, I guess.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, I talked to one. It was one. Who was it? I think it was a lender, and he was saying basically like, we were trying to do this subject to deal, and we ended up pulling out of it because we found out that it was this couple. They were getting divorced. They wanted to sell the property subject to, and then we find out that the wife had like already gone through like 5 agents, like you said, because she wasn't qualified for a house, but she was making these people take her around to like 8 open houses over the weekend, and she couldn't even, put in an offer. And so finally they get fed up and we're like, you know what, we're done. We're done with this. But I don't think people realize how much of a waste of time it is.
Yeah.
2 years ago, and understand I've been doing this for over 40 years. I had a client called and said she wanted to list her house. I said, okay, you want me to meet you at your house? Yeah, come over to my house at, such a time. So I went over there and knocked on the door and looked inside, and she said, well, are you hungry? Do you want to go eat? I go, no, I already ate, but, thank you. She insisted that I take her out. So I took her out, and I'm thinking, well, normally when you invite somebody, you pay, right? Oh, no. I paid for dinner. She ordered 2 dinners, and she took one home with her. And then I went back, and she lets me inside the house, and she's in the process of rehabbing the house. And so I start walking in, and I'm walking in the kitchen. She goes, oh, no, be careful. Don't step there. Don't step there. They just put that tile in like a week ago. I'm like, why are you inviting me here to look at this stuff? And like, I was like feeling way uncomfortable. And I said, okay, you know what, lady? Have a nice day. When you're ready, when this thing's done, call me back. I'm still waiting by the phone for her to call me back.
Do you look it up
Yeah.
every once in a while to see if she
No,
sold it?
I don't do any of
I know.
that stuff. I just let
It's
it
in
go.
the past.
Gosh, if I looked up everything
Oh, yeah.
that people have done,
Mm-hmm.
it's like that's all I do.
Yeah.
I just let things go.
That's a savage move. Invite you over,
Yeah,
trap
it's
you,
like-
and then get
That's the
2
first
dinners.
time that's ever happened. I meet people for lunch. They usually buy coffee. They usually buy. But this was just such a weird thing.
She spent
It
all
really
the
was.
money on the rehab, and she's like, that's what she does every night to get
Yeah,
dinner.
I don't know.
Invites
Maybe
people.
she's inviting other agents to take her out to dinner or something.
She's probably on the dating apps too, getting dinner that way.
Well,
One
I don't.
now and one to
I want to
go.
be nice, but I don't think she's on the dating apps. If
Okay.
you know what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think so.
Okay. Wow. Fun times. What do you, so Natalie, what do you need in your business right now? Do you need more leads? Do you need more clients? Let people know how they can reach out to you and how you can help them.
Yeah, I need to be more organized. I need to contact previous clients because this is very good source of the referral. And yeah, just concentrate of the business because the huge wave of work is coming. Yep. As soon as interest rate will go down, we're going to have a lot of buyers running around and they need good realtors.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Now, these are the clients you have not divorced yet that you're going to reach out to, right?
You're still
Or you're going to
friends.
reach out to them too.
I will reach everybody. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Love that. And how can people get a hold of you? By email, or what's the best way?
I'm going to advertise on the Facebook. I'm a member of I sign up with Power Agents. They have very good program.
Okay.
Like, yeah, on the Facebook, on all social medias. And,
Nice.
yeah. And
How can our listeners look you up?
yeah, you can contact me on my phone number,
Yeah,
Hello?
go ahead.
Okay.
949-351-1457. or email CaliforniaRealtorNatalie@gmail.
Perfect.
That'll be put on all the dating apps here pretty soon.
There you go.
Okay, I don't mind.
There you go. She doesn't mind.
Amazing. Very cool. All right. Well, thank you so much for, coming and chatting with us. We had to talk you into it for a second there.
Yeah.
You
Thank you
almost didn't
guys
do
for
it.
inviting me.
Yeah.
We do have a couple more comments
Oh,
from
we do? Okay.
Madeline.
Okay.
She was talking about the rent versus buy controversy, and she says, we've always used the rent versus buy calculator, and it hasn't made sense for us since we've moved a few times. So I guess if you're moving a lot, you don't get that appreciation.
Correct. Yeah.
And then she also, on the rating system, said Uber drivers smoking weed in the car.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you get
One
picked
star.
up. Yeah, you get picked up in San Clemente. That's like probably 50-50 chance it's going to happen.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I try to pick some spot. Maybe Huntington.
I just picture, what is it, the Dazed and Confused, Matthew McConaughey
yeah.
jumping out of the van.
Yeah,
all the
exactly.
smoke billowing out.
Yeah, and you're like, I'll get the next one.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's good stuff.
Thank you, Madeline.
Yep. Thanks for chiming in. And you guys, please share this far and wide. Share this with your friends, any new or experienced investor. And, if you guys have somebody that you think would make a good guest, then reach out to us and we'll get you that link. And then we'll see you at the meetup and we'll see you next week. Thank you guys so much.
See you later. If you want some more advice on real estate investing, reach out to us one-on-one.